Obama caught stealing key item from Trump's White House and now is going to pay 6 times over for it. During the presidential race, Obama and his minion Susan Rice did everything they could to keep Trump from getting into office, even resorting to unlawful spying on Trump's transition team to collect dirt they could then take to the liberal media. While Rice tried to state that the unmasking, spying, wasn't for any political purpose, she's now flat-out refusing to explain herself in front of Congress. Several days ago, we learned that Obama is now getting involved to cover the Democrats' asses, taking documents related to the unmasking and locking them up in his presidential library. But unfortunately for Obama, Trump is about to make him pay dearly for his antics, after the long arm of the law just came crashing down on his treasonous head. Earlier this week, Fox News broke the scandal of how the Democrats are now trying to bury evidence that would prove their guilt of illegal spying on Trump and his transition team during the election by simply making the documents off-limits to the public for the next 5 years. They reported records relating to former National Security Advisor Susan Rice's surveillance of Americans, including Trump campaign and transition officials, have been sealed at the Barack Obama Presidential Library. That means they are off-limits from the public for the next 5 years under the Presidential Records Act. In April, reports emerged that Rice had requested to unmask or unveil the hidden names of Trump transition officials who were caught up in surveillance of foreign targets. Obviously Obama and his team of morons have something pretty dirty to hide, otherwise why would they be locking away these documents in his presidential library? The good news is that President Trump isn't an idiot, and he has an incredible team of lawyers and experts who continually provide input on how to combat Democrats' endless BS. Judicial Watch is now operating on President Trump's behalf, and have just come up with an incredible plan to make Obama pay. On Monday, the watchdog group filed 6 Freedom of Information lawsuits surrounding the surveillance, unmasking, and illegal leaking targeting of President Trump and his associates. Here's more details about what's in the documents that they filed against Obama from their website. Judicial Watch today announced that the National Security Council, NSC, on May 23, 2017, informed it by letter that the materials regarding the unmasking by Obama National Security Advisor Susan Rice of the identities of any U.S. citizens associated with the Trump presidential campaign or transition team have been removed to the Obama Library. Judicial Watch's Freedom of Information Act, FOIA April 4 request sought. 1. Any and all requests for information, analyses, summaries, assessments, transcripts, or similar records submitted to any intelligence community member agency or any official, employee, or representative thereof by former National Security Advisor Susan Rice regarding, concerning, or related to the following. Any actual or suspected effort by the Russian government or any individual acting on behalf of the Russian government to influence or otherwise interfere with the 2016 presidential election. The alleged hacking of computer systems utilized by the Democratic National Committee and/or the Clinton presidential campaign. Any actual or suspected communication between any member of the Trump presidential campaign or transition team and any official or employee of the Russian government or any individual acting on behalf of the Russian government. The identities of U.S. citizens associated with the Trump presidential campaign or transition team who were identified pursuant to intelligence collection activities. 2. Any and all records or responses received by former National Security Advisor Susan Rice and/or any member, employee, staff member, or representative of the National Security Council in response to any request described in Part 1 of this request. 3. Any and all records of communication between any official, employee, or representative of the Department of any intelligence community member agency in former National Security Advisor Susan Rice and/or any member, employee, staff member, or representative of the National Security Council regarding, concerning, or related to any request described in Part 1 of this request. The hypocrisy of the left truly knows no bounds. As rabid Democrats continue to be relentless in their efforts to destroy President Trump, with their latest hysteria being that the president obstructed justice, The real person obstructing justice is Obama and the Democrats, as they've now stolen White House documents and are actively trying to subvert justice from keeping this information from the American people. Hopefully Judicial Watch will be able to get these documents and expose this scandal. If citing the Freedom of Information Act does not work, the other option is for President Trump to get Congress or a special prosecutor to compel Obama and the Democrats to produce the evidence.